We're back.
Yes, sir.
My name is Joe Saina.
Big Will in the building.
Nyasho the Invisible Arsenal.
Now supporting
Gabriel Jesus and not Katulutulu.
Katululu, not Katululu.
Not Katululu. Romelu Bolingoli Lukaku.
It's okay. Just let's omit the middle name.
Bolingoli. That's it.
Let's just omit the middle name. Let's stick with Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, Bolingoli. He banged a hat-trick. He's coming back to Chelsea next season. I can't wait to watch him.
Banged a hat-trick for who? Belgium?
Yes.
Against who?
Sweden.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Banged a hat-trick for Inter.
Nah.
They lost to Juventus, right?
Yeah, they lost to Juventus. I think is it 2-1 or 2-0.
Yeah.
All right.
And then obviously having the Premier League last weekend and also the FA Cup, not many matches were there for the Premier League.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's go straight into two matches that I don't understand how they ended that way. Let's start with Chelsea Southampton 2-2.
Chelsea Everton.
Sorry.
Yes.
No, Southampton was Spurs.
Yes. Where Conte went on a tirade.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Chelsea Everton. All right. João Felix scores. I'm like, okay.
First goal.
You know, Dream Team is they're coming, they're scoring.
Yeah.
Then who else scored for them?
Kai Havertz.
I think from the penalty spot.
Yeah, penalty spot, yes.
Is it the one he took twice?
No.
Not that one. Okay.
Spot.
Yeah.
So you're thinking Chelsea are winning this?
Yeah.
So how?
Then the last minute, a sucker punch from this man, but I can't even recall his name. Oh, Sims from Everton.
Yeah, the guy with the afro.
Yes. Proper sucker punch. I was so delighted watching it.
So here's the thing, Big Will. At last moments or at pressure moments, do you think Chelsea lose concentration?
No, I still think Chelsea are not yet really
Out of the woods.
Out of the woods. Fine, I know they beat Leeds, they beat Dortmund, and they beat Leicester. So you're thinking, I mean, Everton are coming to the bridge. They haven't won here since 1994. You're leading, but then they just don't know how to control those tight games.
That's what I was asking.
And how to control those tight games comes with experience.
Yeah.
It comes with the know-how, and it comes with the personnel. Because for me, you can't let a 2-goal lead slip. First they score, then Dokore equalizes, and then you go ahead again. So you're thinking, man, we're at home. So now it's up to the manager and the players to say, do we shut shop or do we go for a third goal? They didn't do that.
Yeah.
And Sims came on as a sub, showed Nani dust. Koulibaly was left for dead, and put that ball in. So I still think Chelsea have got work to do. A lot of work.
Yeah, I cannot agree more. But like I said, I totally enjoyed watching it.
You enjoyed it, because
Absolutely. Yes, it was a good watch. I mean, Chelsea, like I said, they're not out of the woods yet. We cannot keep our W when you are leading twice against the team wako 19th or 18th.
Yeah, then the bottom
Uko
three.
chini Dolom.
Bottom
Again, I think it also goes to show it's very not a good time to be playing against those two teams. Unless you are Arsenal.
what do you mean?
I don't think
it's not even
best.
from at those two teams from position 13
Onwards,
all the way to 20.
Any of those teams, unless you are Arsenal and Man City, not a good time to play them.
And remember, there's still a small matter of Real Madrid.
Oof.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for them to get
So are they
knocked
going
out
to
there.
prioritize the Real Madrid game? Or
Yeah.
They have to
the league game?
prioritize the Champions League.
Yeah.
I would believe so.
Yeah.
If I'm number 10 and have a squad, a plethora of people or of players that can deliver, I'm concentrating on the Champions League.
Because the 12 points off
Take it or leave
fourth.
it, man.
12 points off fourth.
Yeah, 12 points of fourth. It's terrible.
So this guy is either conference or Europa.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think they should aim vibaya sana for
Those are
Conference
4
League.
games that they should win, and no one between 4th and 9th is winning,
Which is highly unlikely.
Which is very unlikely.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely.
So those defenders, I don't know if Nani was there when they were playing against Everton. Thiago Silva, was he in, or is it Fofana and Badiashile? Again, a very young squad. Like he said, they don't have maybe the mentality and experience to hold down a win when you're playing against.
You grind out.
Grind out a win when you're playing against relegation threatened teams.
All right, the Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yes.
The Spurs,
AKA
North London rivals to Arsenal.
AKA
I don't know. You say it.
Shite.
Shite Spurs.
Oh, bottlers.
Yeah, bottlers. More of shite.
These guys are not bottlers. Coca-Colas are bottlers. EBL are bottlers. These guys are something else.
Spurs are just on another level of bottling.
People are
we're taking notches higher.
When those companies are bottling and we're enjoying their drinks, hey, what Tottenham are doing? They're just bottling fats. Just bottling fats. Anyway,
Here's a club.
Here's the thing, Big Will.
Yeah.
Before even we talk about the Southampton Spurs game, let's go back to Sheffield United versus Spurs at the FA.
What a joke. Absolute joke of Spurs, because Spurs were I actually thought they were actually going to go on a very good run in the FA Cup. If you weigh the FA Cup and the Champions League, where do you think whatever you can win? I can't say Spurs winning the Champions League. Even if they beat Milan, they would have played either Napoli, Real Madrid, or a heavyweight, or Real Madrid, by the way, or even someone else. So the FA Cup, why does Conte field in a weak team?
That's
Spurs have not won a trophy in 15 years. The FA Cup it's called the magic of the cup. You don't know. You can go on a very good run, you knock out anyone. Now, okay, they lost to Sheffield United. Had they beaten Sheffield, I mean, they would have played Blackburn, beat Blackburn, go to the semis, face Man City. Now, it's a winnable game because City have got their options spread across how many trophies?
There are 3 now.
Yeah.
So if you beat Spurs, you're in the final. So you're playing either who? Brighton or Man United. And it's a one-off game. You can win it with your tactics and your acumen and Hurricane being on form and so on. You can win the FA Cup.
But what did he do?
But he fielded now a weekend squad. No Hurricane. They got knocked out. Serves him right.
Serves him right.
Yes.
So they got knocked out by Sheffield United.
Yes.
Then we go to the Premier League.
Yep.
And they face, I think, number 20.
Wolves.
Yes.
No.
Southampton.
Yes,
Yes.
last weekend. But
Yeah,
their form has been patchy because
Yes.
they also lost to Wolves.
Yeah, they lost to Wolves,
Oh,
yeah.
they lost to Wolves.
Yeah.
Yes. So now they face Southampton.
Yes.
And you're thinking, look at the squad.
Yeah.
Kane is playing. Song is playing.
Yeah.
Who else was playing?
Everyone was playing.
3-1 up by, I think,
you are 3-1 up with 15 minutes to go,
Yeah.
and it's away.
Yeah.
It's an away game.
Yeah.
It's an away game.
You're cruising.
You're cruising.
I mean,
Yeah.
the scores, the goals from what's the left defender called? Left defender,
the
left
guy who
winger.
they signed, is it
Yes, from
Pope
Inter.
or something? I can't
No. From Inter, yeah.
Popro, is it Popro?
No, Pasic. Perisic.
Pedro
Yeah,
Porro.
Perisic. Yeah, Pedro Porro scored the first.
Yeah.
Porro from the right,
Yeah.
Perisic from the left.
Then
Yes.
Hurricane
Also-
scored a third.
And
Then Hurricane, yes.
And you're thinking, come on, Tottenham.
It's
you
a wrap.
can't bottle this up.
Yeah.
Win that game and they go above you guys.
But you're telling bottlers not to bottle it up. It doesn't happen. No.
They have to bottle
You
it.
see, Spurs have even defied odds. You say when you use the same tactic, you're hoping to achieve different results. It's lame. Spurs have tried different tactics and it's still not getting anything.
Another guy you should give an idea on is
Man like Antonio.
Big Will.
Yes.
When we left to obviously pay our bills before we came back, you were talking about now when he went to that press conference after the Southampton game.
3-3. He called the players selfish.
Yeah.
I don't know what words he used against the ownership, but he called the players selfish.
Yeah.
And
So
also
surely-
questioned their work ethic.
Work ethic, yes. So why would he still be a manager? Remember, Spurs' next game is against Everton away at Goodison
I
Park
have an answer.
on the 3rd
Damn.
of April, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, how will this game be manager? You've just naked your players, your employees. You've just literally thrown them under the bus.
Yeah.
I believe he has a point because I think for Conte, this thing has been simmering.
Yeah.
I think what happened on the pitch now was just really was not the icing on the cake because look at Spurs this season, falling behind to teams like Bournemouth, 2-0.
Spurs can play with Harambee Stars and
Yes,
they'll fall.
yes, and
Yeah.
so it's been up, down. And I even like what Peter Crouch said. There's no need for Spurs to qualify for the Champions League if how they played against AC Milan
Is what they would be.
is what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
No point of qualifying.
But
Why?
they'll have a different manager next season, so maybe that's not the way they'll play.
If they'll get there.
He is
If
belief
they will
they'll get there.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's still the manager till now?
Because how many options do they have anyway? As the replacements.
Correct.
So they maybe.
It's either Ryan Mason,
Yeah.
or they call in Pochettino,
Or they call him this guy who was fired from Bayern. Nagelsmann.
John
yesterday.
Nagelsmann.
who also he's open to discussions.
Yeah, that
As
would
of-
be-
as of this morning.
Yeah.
he's open for discussions.
I would not like that signing. I like Nagelsmann. I don't think he deserves Spurs. They don't need such good managers. But anyway, I think it's just typical Spurs. The history of the Tottenham.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
Regardless of who they get, they're just going to bottle. And again, of course, man like Antonio Conte, yes, kametoka kuchinjwa juzi. Spurs wanataka kumharibia zaidi. Let the guy just rest.
I think even him is pushing back. He's pushing
Yeah.
back. Because here's the thing. You sack him on Friday, then you have a whole week till next Friday to obviously...
Yeah, but it's a good opportunity. You've got an
here's
international
the-
break.
Yeah, here's the thing. How many managers will want to come right now into a club that is that
Operating
under
that
pressure,
way.
with that pressure
Yeah.
of qualifying for top 4?
Yeah.
They cannot give it to Ryan Mason. I'm sorry, they can't, because Ryan Mason, I don't believe he is up to the challenge to
Of-
give them that top 4.
I think they will give it to him though. I think he has been
No, short term, for the short term. For the short term. Yeah, he's been a
but for
caretaker
the short
before,
term, and then
remember?
you guys don't qualify for the Champions
No,
League.
remember when they fired Mourinho just on the eve of the what was it of the Carabao final against Man City? He took charge.
Yeah. I don't know I can't recall how he did, but I have a feeling they will stick with him maybe I don't know if it's for the last 10 games.
It's only 10 matches, yes.
Yeah.
I believe they'll let the assistant manager,
The Italian, Stellini.
Stellini, to finish the season.
But
I
yeah.
believe so.
If Conte is fired, his entire backroom staff also lives with him.
Well, that's the other thing. Let me ask you something. Someone gets fired, you have a job, you'd leave. No, kazi.
No.
Bas, so even him should be Kenyan.
But you got a job because of him.
So what?
You got a job because he works with you, not because you work for the club. It's because you work with
Nisawa,
him.
he gave me a job,
Yeah.
but I have an opportunity here to prove that, you know what, if things don't go north for Tottenham and
Yeah.
they don't get a new manager,
Even if they're in North London.
even if they're in North London, that
Yeah.
means I have an opportunity to maybe become a part-time manager or full-time manager next season.
I'll give them a chance, but you see, I think that top 4 race is going to be as wild as the Wild West.
Would you want to be the manager right now in that pressurized zone, Tottenham?
No, I wouldn't.
Because your first obligation is to make sure we finish in top 4.
And if you look at the
first
the games they're coming up with, Everton away, they still have to play Man United at home, still have to go to Anfield, they still have to play Brighton, Brentford.
Yeah.
I don't see winning them.
If I had the chance of being a Spurs manager, I'm taking it without thinking twice.
Big Will.
Jeez. Yes.
Harry Kane, top scorer right now, England.
For England. Also for club.
For club.
Yes. Yeah.
For both Tottenham and for England.
Yes.
With all that acquisition of goals and all those merits
and accolades.
No trophy.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. What do you say now?
Alan Shearer, he can't say anything to Alan Shearer.
Yeah, Alan Shearer has got one Premier League.
He can't say anything. Yeah, he can't say anything to Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Who else? He can't. What's his name again?
Oh, Jimmy Greaves.
Jimmy Greaves.
Yeah, Jimmy
won
Greaves.
it.
Yeah, at least he won a couple of trophies with England.
Harry Kane should just move from Spurs and come to United. Maybe he might win a trophy in the
Or
next.
move to Bayern Munich.
So that's what I want us to talk about.
Yeah.
What is the future of Harry Kane? You're Harry Kane, you're sitting down, you're looking at my club.
Yeah.
First of all, it's in utter shambles. My manager is MIA, he's decided to go on a rant.
Yeah.
We are not performing that well. And to be honest, if you cut Harry Kane's veins right now, he'll bleed white and black.
Lily white.
Okay, lily white.
And a tinge of red. He was once at Arsenal.
Or a tinge of red. But now, at 30, you have a cool 5 more years to be at the top of your game.
Yeah.
And you need a trophy. Big Will.
Yes.
Where does he go?
Time is running out.
Which is the club you think he should go?
Bayern Munich.
All right. Why should you go to Bayern Munich?
Bayern are serial winners in the Bundesliga. They'll be winning the Bundesliga year in, year out. He can stack up his collection of medals and trophies at Bayern Munich. It's not a guarantee that Man United will win the league next season.
No, it's okay.
not, yeah.
You have said Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
No any other team. Does a Barcelona take him?
No, they can't.
No. Does a Real Madrid decide, you know what, let's take him to replace Karim Benzema?
He's 30. How old is Benzema?
Benzema is 34,
I believe. Yeah.
Not the best of replacement, is he? You'd be going for someone who's maybe 25 if you're replacing a 30-something-year-old.
Go for Haaland or for Mbappe.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Most of these clubs right now, they're looking at impact players right now, because the days of nurturing talent with the competition, unless now you go to Netherlands, Ajax, Nini, where you want
those are farmers leagues, right?
Yeah, those are farmers leagues. I mean,
does he go to PSG?
Nah, Farmers League, bro. I mean, start padding for goals and no Champions League. Look, I think he has 2 options, I would say, in my opinion.
Now,
either go and
before you go for your 2 options,
yes,
let me pay some bills.
Ebulipa.
We get money for your phone.
Yes,
then and also,
Kwanza
when we come back, you tell us the 2 clubs he should go for.
Yes.
Either in the Premier League or around Europe.
Number 2 will shock you.
So, 3 games prior to Liverpool versus Manchester United. 3 games that included, I believe, Wolves. There was Man City. Was there Man City in it? No, there were 3 games that Manchester United won back to back to back. That time, you guys,
Everything was looking rosy.
we are in the race.
Oh, yes.
We are in.
Ndani.
We are-
Whitney.
tuko ndani.
Yeah.
If it was a paddock, we are in with
Yes.
City and Arsenal.
Oh, yes.
For that number 1 position for the English Premier League title.
Yeah.
And then
Yes, most coveted.
And then, we know who came and get crashed the party.
and then Liverpool
Yes.
comes and crashes the party. Ule mtu anakujaga last kwa bash.
Yeah.
Sawa.
Na anachafua.
Na anachafua.
Mbaya.
Na anapita na chali yako mademu yako. Liverpool came.
Yes.
Not 1, not 2,
Not 3.
not 3,
Not 5.
not 4,
Not 6.
not even 7.
Ah.
7 it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 bangers.
Yeah.
And Manchester
response.
United sat down and said, okay,
The group.
let's regroup.
Yeah.
How does top 3 sound?
Fall back.
Big Will. I mean, after that game, do you still think, realistically, 10 games to go, or 11, give or take, Manchester United have a chance of even finishing second, let alone
Not
finishing
happening.
first?
Hey.
For me, I think United, after that 7-goal meltdown
Yeah.
at Anfield,
Yeah.
there's something which has happened to United. Because I watched your game against Southampton, where Nani was sent off.
Casemiro, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't play that well.
Yep.
Last week's FA Cup game, if only Fulham were a little bit smart in the head
And were clinical.
and were clinical,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we could be having
Different
a very
story.
different conversation.
Yep.
I don't think you guys played
And
very
you
well.
watched Real Betis.
Yeah,
They won at
minus the Real Betis game where you guys looked sharp. But there's just something lacking at United. There's something
comes to
I
the
don't
league?
know. I'm not saying that you guys won't finish like in the top 4, but now you see,
Is that guaranteed?
no, it's not, because a month ago you were sure that United were going to finish third. In fact, the big debate was who was going to finish fourth, because you've got an inconsistent Liverpool, Tottenham,
Yeah.
Brighton, Brentford.
But now you see, if you look at the table, Manchester United have played 26 games
Yes.
and at
Yeah.
50.
Yes.
Tottenham have played 28
28,
games and
yes.
they're at 49.
Yes.
Yeah.
Newcastle United,
26.
20, so they have 2 games in hand.
2 games
Yeah.
behind, yes.
All right. They win their next 2 games, they leapfrog
And
United.
your next game is actually against Newcastle on April 2nd. Next week Sunday.
Damn. Now
At
that's
St.
going to be
James's
a
Park.
cracker.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
see,
boy.
that's a must win for Manchester United.
Absolutely.
So it's a must win also for Newcastle.
For Newcastle,
Yeah.
yes. And you see, if Newcastle win, they go above both Spurs and us
Yeah,
and Manchester United
yes.
on goal difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially for Manchester United.
Yes. Right.
So right now, as we speak, paramount for Manchester United, Nyash,
Yeah.
is to finish third.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like anything less than third would be a flop, would be a failure. It's like us not winning the league. That would be a failure. United not finishing third will be a failure. And especially when you consider they have guys like you said, inconsistent Spurs, inconsistent Newcastle, who seem like they're bouncing back. Liverpool, I mean, they have just been off this season. Third is yours for the taking.
But see, now the problem now which I have now with United now United also are still in the Europa. So now the United, and even like in the FA Cup, you're playing Brighton on the 22nd now.
On the 22nd.
Do United not decide now?
What do
in
they
Europa
prioritize?
we can win it. Let's forget about the FA Cup. Let's
Yeah.
try and finish that, because now you see, now you guys are playing 3 games. I mean, like in a week right now. A year ago, you're not even playing even 3 games. So now do United now start prioritizing?
I think
what is achievable.
I think for me, if you're looking at the pedigree of the 3 competitions, I believe the Europa League must be a win.
Should be.
For the FA,
with the caliber of also teams remaining.
yes. With the FA, I'm not so much looking into it. Yes, I mean, it would be a bonus for me if we win the FA.
Yeah.
But we have to finish third and win the Europa League.
Yeah.
That is my opinion on this matter. Have to.
That would be amazing if you win the Europa League. They have more trophies than Arsenal this season. hey. Okay.
When we come back, Nyash has said something that has really, really got me thinking. He has said, if Arsenal don't win the Premier League, it's a failure of a season for them.
Absolutely.
So Saturday we start with Manchester City versus Liverpool at 2:30. Then we go to the 5 p.m. kickoffs. Again, the clocks have gone
Is it forward
Backwards.
or backward? The other one was in the UK,
either
by the way.
Either
Yeah.
way, we've gone backwards.
Yes.
Sawa.
Backwards, yeah.
I was pointing to you because you told me the other day that not only did I study in the UK, but also you know a better weather forecast of Europe than me. So that's why I was pointing to you.
Yeah, I told you I'm also an aristocrat.
Yes.
Yeah. I also studied.
The club, am you?
Me and the club.
I also, gentlemen,
The club and I.
Don't tell me about English. Kwanza ulianguka.
I also studied in UK.
Okay, good.
University of Kenyatta. Yes. Hata sisi
And then
tunakuwa huko.
the 5 p.m. kickoffs, we have Bournemouth versus Fulham, Arsenal versus Leeds,
Ay, kifo.
and then Brighton versus Brentford.
That's a good game. That's a good game, man. Whoa.
Hey.
That's better than United than versus
Shut up.
Newcastle. That's a better game.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
And then we have Crystal Palace versus Leicester City, Nottingham Forest versus Wolves. Those are
Guy.
the 5 p.m. kickoffs. Yes.
Those are very nice fixtures.
Very
nice.
good fixtures.
Za huko chini chini huko doldrums.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have at 7:30 Chelsea versus Aston Villa. And then on
Mighty Villa.
Sunday, Super Sunday, West Ham versus Southampton. And then
Game ingine ya nini?
Newcastle versus Manchester United. So West Ham versus Newcastle is at 4 p.m. Sorry, West Ham versus Southampton is at 4 p.m. And then Newcastle versus Manchester United is at 6:30.
Yeah.
And then we finish the weekend off match
Monday
day
night
30,
football, yeah.
with Monday Night Football. Everton versus the Tottenham at 10.
And then there are games on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Please go on.
Brighton versus Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yes.
Then Leeds versus Nottingham Forest, and then Leicester versus Aston Villa, all kicking off at 9:45.
yeah.
And then Chelsea versus Liverpool at the Bridge
10.
at 10.
Tuesday
That's on Tuesday.
next week.
Then Wednesday, Man
Hey.
United versus Brentford. Ivan Toney coming to town. You know what they did in the first game this season?
Aye.
Yeah,
4-0.
kesi baadaye.
Then West Ham versus Newcastle. Both games are kicking off at
Kumbe
10 o'clock.
nikimalizana na watu Saturday ni kungoja next week machozi.
Mind you, like I
Yeah.
said now, Arsenal, one game per week.
Yes. And remember now, no break until
break.
June 10th, until
Yeah.
we finish the Champions League final, the FA Cup final, and the end of the league. Hakuna break ingine.
Hakuna break
Teke
ingine.
teke sasa.
Peter Drury in the game against Crystal Palace said a good thing. Come June 10th or somewhere along those days, someone is going to win the league. And might just be Arsenal. Same time, someone might get relegated. It might just be Crystal Palace. Yeah, because they are in the doldrums.
Or Leeds or Everton.
No, Leeds or Everton.
Bournemouth, Southampton.
Bournemouth, Southampton.
Yeah.
Good God, how
Yeah.
many teams are those? 5, 6
Even
teams.
Leicester City are not safe.
Even
man.
Leicester
They're
not
not
safe.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hashtag the score K, hashtag the kickoff at Josaina at Botebel and at Nyash. We are on these social streets. Get to us. Tell us what you think about your team's performance in the Premier League.